And welcome back everybody to episode 3 of Stonehearth. So jumping right back into where we last left off, let's go ahead and recap of where we left off. So we have our one footman, Miss Grayla I believe her name is, yes, and we gave her full equipment, armor and weapons. We got our farmer going, we have 2 houses built, we have some ladders to access the lower tier levels and the higher tier levels, and I believe we have a trapper, and we have our carpenter building. So for this episode, I kind of want to get, I want to get all our hearthlings indoors. So in order to do that, we're gonna need maybe 1 or 2 more buildings. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Before we get that started, though, let's go ahead and get rid of these ladders and let's jump. Let's build them a staircase. So I don't have any stone at the moment, so I'm gonna use wood and I'm gonna paint it the color of stone. It's a little cheating move, but whatever. So let's go ahead, and it doesn't really matter what color we choose. Now what I want to do is I want to build this staircase so it's easier for our heartlings to move up and down between the levels with supplies or whatnot. Make it easier to defend themselves, make it easier just all around, and it's going to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than just 2 random ladders like that. That's a little ugly. Let's go ahead and get this built. Later on I'm going to go ahead and build like a gatehouse that's going to protect the staircase so that enemies can't just run up towards it. They'll be able to run up this lower level, but once they get up here they're going to be met with a little wall with a gate that it's going to be easily defended. So this is fine for right now. This is a basic little staircase. Later on I can always delete it, rebuild it, make it look nicer. But just for the time being, just to get the staircase built, let's go ahead and just get it done, and I'm going to go ahead and paint it the color of stone. Okay. And the reason why I'm going to have it painted the color of stone is because eventually I'm going to have all of this lower level turn into one giant wall to keep out the lower tier levels. And it's going to be, of course, made of stone, so we might as well have the staircase looking like it's made of stone too. Because who's ever seen a wooden staircase that big? You know, that looks a little silly. Okay, I think I got it all done. I might add a little detail to it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just add a little detail into it. Just let's show off the building editor just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some extra steps to it. As you can see, I added 1 block too many. I'm gonna go ahead and go back and delete that. Okay, so we got this going, and we're gonna add we're gonna add 1 more block. Okay, almost like a guardrail type of thing, or like a little a riser. So I like the way that looks. Let's go ahead and decorate it really quick. I don't want to put too much detail into it because I'm more than likely gonna delete it later. Let's go ahead and put some garden lanterns on it. There we go. Maybe 1 more. That's fine like that. Let's go ahead and build it. So that's gonna go ahead and get rid of these ladders after we build it, so that we don't leave ourselves stuck up there. And let's go ahead and grab some more of these berry bushes so that we can get our 9th hearthling, because we need food. How many edibles do we need? Our goal is 84. We have 206. Our goal for net worth is 1100, and we have 1170. So we're good there. Let me go ahead and chop down some of these trees so I can get the seeds and regrow them. Go ahead and chop all that down, and I'm gonna go ahead and increase the speed right now. So we have this building going. As soon as we're done with that, I'm gonna build a. I'm thinking about building a 3rd building right over here. So let's go ahead and mine this down, just so it's flatter against the wall, so I have more building area. I'm gonna put some stairs up to it, so it's easier for the hearthlings to reach it. Later on, I can always take down the stairs. It's not a big deal. Okay. And right now I have 5 beds. How many beds do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I also have a shelf in here. And let's see what we can give this shelf. Can I put food on this shelf? I can. Let's go ahead and put some raw food on that shelf. So whoever is living in this home right now, they have some snacks for whatever time of day they feel like eating. Okay. So right now we have a nice little tiny little camp going. I wouldn't necessarily call it a village just yet. Let's see if there's anything that we can build in the meantime to make our little camp look a little nicer, shall we? This is for animals. I'll go ahead and build one of these because I know we have some animals. I know we have at least one animal that we have as a friend. Let's go ahead and build 2 more of these beds, of the juniper beds. Actually, let's get this mason, hammer, and chisel out of the way. This is going to promote one of our hearthlings to a mason, so they can start building items made with stone. A merchant of beverages has camped nearby. Awesome, and he's got 1,000 gold. Let's go ahead and sell him all our bones because we don't need them at the moment. We will need them later, but not right now. That looks okay for right now. I'm fine with that right now. Was there anything else I can build with my carpenter while we wait? While we're waiting. Do I have any? That's fine for right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and also chop down the trees right here. Let's go ahead and chop down these trees right here so I can build a nice little wall so that enemies can't sneak up on us right there. And let's go ahead and chop down these trees as well so we can get a nice little wall going. So that way, the only way that we can really get snuck up on is the main entrance, which we can close with a fence. And I've got my 9th hearthling, Miss Lizzie. Miss Lizzie, you're a passionate engineer. Eventually we're gonna turn her an engineer. As you can see, she has a 5 stat mind, which is gonna make her perfect for engineering. But unfortunately, before she can become an engineer, she is also going to have to go down the blacksmith route. As you can see, let's go ahead and go to her jobs. Miss Lizzie, she has a 5 stat. In order to become an engineer, she has to become a blacksmith first. Means that she has to become a level 2 or 3 blacksmith before she can promote. And that shouldn't be too difficult, too fast. Okay, so we've got this building going. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to do over here. I think I'm also going to go ahead and get rid of this. Let's get rid of this really quickly so I can build another staircase. But this staircase, I'm going to build it coming to the left, so it doesn't stick out so much. And this might be a 2-tiered staircase, meaning it's gonna come down to right here, and then for 1 level, and then come back down right here for a 2nd level, just so it looks a little nicer and it's easier to build around. Ooh, and these berry bushes are ready to be harvested again, so let's go ahead and do that. More food. And then are these ready to be harvested again? They are. Alright. So this game is going by pretty well. These guys are already almost done building this, which is nice. Let's go ahead and go to speed 4. I'm not really worried about any enemies at the moment. We have our city guard. She's pretty much ready to handle anything. But just in case, let's go ahead and give her a little backup, shall we? Mr. Ward, he actually has courageous, which makes him a better fighter in combat. So even though he's not the best suited for combat because of his stats, that little buff is going to make him a lot better. So let's go ahead and create him some armor and weapons so we can promote him. And that little cheer you heard right now, this building just finished, so now we have a nice little staircase going upstairs. Okay, so we're doing just fine right now. Let's go ahead and cut off these stumps. Clear the stumps. Stumps are ugly, no one likes them. Okay, and they're also going to provide us with additional wood. Okay, so that's done. Our little farmer here, he's harvesting some carrots for us, which is great, meaning that we're going to be able to definitely make the quota for this next resource, or excuse me, for the next daily update, or where we need to have a certain amount of resources. Let's go ahead and put 1 more of these boxes down for the vegetables. Actually, we'll put 2. Oh, look, and I got chestnut tree seeds. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put these over here. I kind of want to turn this into like a little forest, since it's just out in the open and not really using this area right now. Let's go ahead and do that right now while we're waiting. So right now we're planting some oak seeds. And that's enough for right now. We're going to plant some juniper seeds. And then we're going to plant some pine trees. I'm not sure what's going on with the game. I feel like it's bugging out. So I close out the thing really quick and we added them again. So as you can see, this nice little blank spot of land is going to be quickly converted into a forested area. We also have some berry bush seeds. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and plant some of those out here in the middle of nowhere, just so that they grow and they're out of the way. Later on, when they do finally grow, we can transplant them closer to our little camp. Hopefully by the end of this episode, our camp will have grown into a village. Okay, so we're getting rid of all this. Let's go ahead and get rid of these trees. Even though they're good for resources, I'd rather have them out of the way so that I can build more area over here. Okay, so I did say I want to get another building into the mix. So let's see what we can do. I kind of feel like building the trapper a nice little house over here. So let's go ahead and delete this building, or this tree, cut it down. And I don't have enough net worth for my 10th hearthling, so hopefully by the next time, for the next update. Let's go ahead and delete, or excuse me, let's go ahead and sell any items that I don't need. I don't need these seeds right now, and I do have another, I do have a hearthling that I can promote right now. So let's go ahead and promote Mr. Ward to my soldier, just in case. And if you see, I did buy him enough equipment, so now he's also gonna have he's gonna have an armor, a helmet armor, and he's gonna have a body armor. He's gonna have a shield and his sword. So he's gonna be the tank. Miss Grayla has a 200 sword, meaning that she can't take a shield. So she's our damage dealer, and Mr. Ward is gonna be our tank. Let's see if he equips it all in one go. And just a little preface for what happens when you turn one of your hearthlings into a footman. Let's go ahead and read their skills, shall we? He has combat training. A footman can use training dummies to train their combat techniques and earn experience up to the job level 3. Meaning there's an item that you can build in games called a training dummy, and you can level up your hearthling to level 3 as a footman just by sparring those. And then he also has a damage buff, damage up to 20%, which is really good. So okay, where are we at? Okay, we got this thing done. We got this little staircase complete. We have all this wood chopped, and then hopefully our little hearthlings can start storing that wood, because this looks really ugly. We still need to chop this down, so we're gonna go ahead and go to speed 4. Oh, and as you can see, our little dude, he picked up his armor. Doesn't look like he picked up his shield. Oh, he did. Okay, cool. So he's good to go. He has the helmet armor and all that stuff, and he's got his shield. Let's go ahead and see what bonuses it gives him. So he's got one more armor than Miss Grayla because he has the shield, which I think the shield also gives him a chance to block. I don't remember at the moment. Light shield. Courage is slightly increased, but speed is slightly reduced. So awesome. So he's a little bit more brave, because I don't believe his brave stat is that great. It's not. Okay, so where are we at? Let's go ahead and speed 4. I was wondering what my hearthlings are doing. Right now, they're planting these tree seeds, which is fine. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Mont has leveled up as a trapper. He's a better trapper. Or she is a better trapper, excuse me. You know what? Let's go ahead and just chop these trees down. I'm going to cancel these. Cancel these tasks. I don't want to. Oh, actually, I do need to chop those down, because these are just stumps. But these trees are going to be where we're going to build our wall. And this wall is going to go right here. So let's go ahead and get this wall situated while we wait. Alright, so this is going to be a simple wall. We're not going to do a whole lot with it. We just want to get this path blocked. so that no enemies can come through here. I don't really mind fighting enemies. I'm not worried about any enemies that are going to come for us because the military might that we have right now is more than enough to handle anything that the early game is going to send at us. However, I don't want to have to worry about one side getting attacked by something that we're not seeing and then have my hearthlings have them being pulled away from their work because they're scared and they have to run away. So I'd rather just get this done, get this little spot built. So there's this for right now. Let's go ahead and make it a little nicer, a little prettier. Okay, so as you can see the pattern we're gonna go to, what the heck happened? Oof. I am not sure what happened. I think we just broke the game, fam. Not sure what happened. Well, would you look at that? Looks like we broke the game. No idea how that happened, no idea why that happened, which is unfortunate because I felt like we were getting a lot of stuff done. Hopefully I can figure out what happened in the next few... Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and go to... There we go. That's a little experienced player trick. I kind of figured I knew how to get rid of that little screen. Okay. So, back to the game. I'm glad I figured that out before I quit the game because that would have been really unfortunate. I mean, I don't mind restarting the episode. I really don't. I played this game enough to know that I could just restart it really quickly. But, you know, little hacks like that after like I said, I've spent 2,500 hours in this game. You kind of pick up a thing or two for what you're doing in the game. So let me see. We got a nice little wooden palisade wall. Doesn't look that pretty, but you know what? It's going to get the job done. Let's go ahead and make this a little nicer so that our hearthlings don't fall off the wall, which they can't, but you know, just for appearance reasons this looks a little nicer. And then we're gonna add one more little detail to our wall. Okay, so now that we have this done, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so now that we have this done, let's go ahead and put these little spike fences up here. There you go. So now it kind of looks like wooden logs. And then all the way down, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Just so it kind of looks like a little, like I said, it looks like a little wooden palisade type of wall deal. Should I put these right here? Yeah, that's fine. And like I said, if I end up not liking the way this looks, I can always go back and delete this building and rebuild it later. So, no harm, no foul. I think that looks pretty nice. I really do. Let's go ahead and put some light on this wall, shall we? We're going to put some lanterns. We're going to go ahead and put one in the corner. We're going to put one in the corner, and we'll put one right here and one right there. And before we can continue, let's go ahead and put a staircase, shall we? So we're going to go to the staircase button. We're going to go ahead and switch the staircase the way it's going to go. Actually, this is fine. Let's just go ahead and do it like this. And build it, shall we? So that staircase is, or excuse me, that wall's gonna be completely made of wood. So we have plenty of wood, as you can see. You got wood coming out to wazoo, or Sazu. Sazu, isn't that guy from what is it, Lion King? The little birdie? Pretty sure that's his name. Or Wazoo, Sazu. I don't know, it's been years since I've seen that movie, so I have no idea. Okay, so we got that one little, we got this wooden wall being built. Let's go ahead and now that we have this tree chopped down, as soon as we get that chopped down all the way, we're gonna go ahead and build a nice little cottage out here for our trapper. And we also have these going down, these trees, so that we can build that wall. Let's go ahead and chop this down. And we have some juniper seeds. Let's go ahead and replace the trees that we chopped down. Replace the trees that we chopped down. And I feel like that's enough for right now. Actually, we also have this little small pasture bedding. Let's go ahead and put this down somewhere. Must be in a pasture. Ah, I did not read that. Awesome, so we're going to get 2 autonomous cricket golems, which are basically extra workers, if we build 8 small pasture beddings. So let's go ahead and build that right now, before we build anything else. Small pasture beddings. Small. Let's go ahead and build 8 of these. Looks like I don't have enough resources to build that right now, so let's go ahead and find some more thatch. I believe in order to get thatch we need more. Let's cut up some grass. And how many days do I have? I've got 21 hours, so let's go ahead and get this done as fast as we can. As you can see, this wall went up very quickly because it really didn't require a whole lot. It only needed 40 wood, and the building design of it was fairly simple, so that shouldn't take too long at all. Let's go ahead and finish chopping these down. Hopefully I can get to those golems, those little cricket golems, this quest item, because they are very good item. Let's go ahead and switch the spot for that. Okay. Alright. Invaders approaching. Ooh, I got 2 wolves, and as you can see, they're using my main city entrance, which is fine. Let's go ahead and get our city defenders. Let's go, guys. Protect the town. Let's go ahead and have this dude, Ward, go ahead and attack him. Boom. Awesome. They made short work of those wolves. Good job, guys. Good job, team. Can we give them a round of applause, guys? Let's give them a round of applause, chat. They did a great job. Okay, we got food and drink in both of these little boxes, so there'll be more room for our farmer. Right now I feel like I have way too much stuff going on. I don't think I'm going to be able to get those crickets. If I don't have that thatch in time, I have 12 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let's take these guys off the building job. And hopefully these guys can get... Oh, they're sleeping. This sucks. Hopefully our hearthlings can manage to come down here and cut this grass quickly enough so that we can get those autonomous cricket golems, because those golems really are really good. Really good. Okay, let's pull down these ladders now that I do not need it. So it does not look like we're going to get those cricket golems in time. I've only got 5 hours. Maybe I will get it in time? Fat chance. Doesn't look like I'm going to. Well, that's unfortunate because those golems are actually really good. They're essentially 2 free workers. You know, you don't have to feed them, you don't have to do anything to them. They walk around, they pick up stuff for you, and they're really a great little addition to the game. Especially the early game. It really sucks that that's what the AI decided I needed to build, because pasture beddings, you know, finding thatch is kind of hit or miss. Oh well, no use crying over spilled cabbage, or what is it? crying over spilt milk. I don't know why I said cabbage. What the heck? Let's go ahead and remove this. We're not going to get that built in time. And we might as well sell what we can. Yeah, see, we didn't have enough items to give the trader, so we did not get our autonomous cricket golems, which is okay, it's fine. Not a big deal. We do, however, have more room here, so let's go ahead and build our little hunting cottage. So this, let's go ahead and paint the floor correctly. Okay. We're gonna make the floor a little nicer on the inside. And then, just so it's less boxy, kind of want to make it look a little nicer. So let's go ahead and add maybe another little side room, or like a little opening in the wall, so it doesn't look so unesthetically unpleasing, because boxes kind of suck. Go ahead and do this. Make it an extra little piece of a room. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and chop down this tree. Okay, so we're here. Let's go ahead and make an opening for this extra room. And then we're gonna go ahead and paint this again. Oops, this needs to be that color, right? I think that's the wrong color. Nope. This one? There we go. Okay. So we are good to go at the moment. Let's go ahead and paint the rest of the floor the color it's supposed to be. And you know what, just to give it some detail, let's go ahead and paint a little bit of the wooden floor different colors, because that is the nature wood. Nature is not uniform. It does not make sense. It does have some patterns, but never patterns that are, well, except for maybe the Fibonacci sequence, if anybody knows about that. Nature is kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes it doesn't. So let's go ahead and chop down the rest of this little tree. Daily update. Did we get enough? Ooh, and we do. We have our 10th little guy. So now let's go ahead and give everybody the ability to build back again. And let's finish building this house. We're going to give him a nice little door right here, and we're going to give him a stoop. Let's go ahead and give him a wooden stoop just for now. We're going to go ahead and destroy that. We're going to paint this gray. And the rest of the bottom of the floor we're going to go ahead and also paint gray, so it looks like a foundation. Normally I would be building with stone, but I haven't invested the time to actually mine yet, so we're gonna just go ahead and make everything out of wood, but we're gonna paint it like it looks like it's made of stone. But don't tell anybody we're doing that. Okay, that'll be our little secret, chat. Our little secret. Okay, so we've got this done. I kind of want to make this a 2-story building. I'm not sure. For right now, let's just go ahead and just keep it for what it is. I don't like the way that looks, so let's go ahead and change it. We're gonna go ahead and make this door right here, excuse me, this house. There we go. And then we're gonna do one more this way. And now this is gonna be that way. Alrighty, so if you look at that, we've got our house built. Looks nice, it looks good. Let's go ahead and just give it some windows really quickly. And just because I want the windows to look a little nice, let's go ahead and give them some of these. Let's change the way they look. And I'm not sure what's going on with the ceiling right there. I'm gonna have to change this. There we go. Alright, chat, would you look at that? This house looks freaking beautiful. Freaking beautiful. So we've got some buildings, or excuse me, we've got some windows there. Let's go ahead and give this guy a little ledge in here so that it's easier for them to walk in. And everything looks nice. Let's go ahead and give him some candles inside, so there's some lighting for our hearthlings. You don't want them in the dark. And would you look at that? The house is complete. Actually, no house is complete without lanterns. Nobody wants to live out in the middle of the woods with no light, especially in the middle of the night. And I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So let's go ahead and do one more small little piece. We're gonna go ahead and make like a little banister type of thing right here. Right there. Awesome. So there we go. I think that looks nice. Okay. So this is gonna be our nice little trapper house. This guy's gonna be able to live here with whoever he wants. I'll decorate the inside later on in the next episode, but let's go ahead and give it a small recap, shall we? So we got our wall almost completely built. We got our staircase into the main city entrance. Let's see what. Oh, we got our second soldier, Mr. Ward. Right? Yep, Mr. Ward. We chopped down a bunch of trees. We planted a whole new little forest, which is gonna help us later on when we need more lumber. We got our third house up and going. Right? Now we do. And we got 2 more hearthlings, because I believe we started off with 8. So other than that, guys, we got a lot of stuff done in this episode. I'm excited for the next episode because our economy is already growing. We have the right amount of workers to get everything done, and we have a pretty strong little military force being set up. So everything is ready and primed for the next episode. So let's see how that goes. With that, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you like what you saw today, go ahead and give me a like, maybe even a subscribe. And if you don't, that's okay. No worries. I'm just glad that you're along for the ride. I'm glad you enjoyed my content. Hopefully you'll tune in for the next episode, and we'll see you there. My name is the Black Swan. This has been episode 3 of Stonehearth, and I'll catch you guys later. Sayonara.